welcome back to my channel. My name's Eliza, and in today's video I'm going to make a scrappy vest. I have a bunch of scrap mohair, and I think like a year ago I tried to make a sweater with it, and then I ended up unraveling it. So I have a basket full of little bits of mohair. This is what we're working with. This is the color palette. It's got almost every color in the rainbow. We got red, got orange, we got yellow, a couple shades of green. I just have this one shade of blue. It would be nice if I had like a cobalt blue, but I don't. I could maybe dig around in my stash to try to find one. Purple. It's like this cool multi-purple. Got some gray. What else is in here? Oh yeah, pink. I just have a little bit of this, so I'm gonna use it sparingly. I also have brown. And then I have this white that's held with a multi mohair. I got another pink. I have a gray. I think that's it. That's the palette. I want to make a pullover vest. I'm thinking a V-neck. And I want it to be kind of loose fitting so I can wear it over t-shirts really easily, because whenever I make vests that end up being like more fitted, I don't end up wearing them. So I want it to be a little bit roomy, and I think I'm going to just freehand it. I'll write it down, so maybe if it ends up looking good, I'll release a pattern for it. But I think I'm just gonna start knitting and see how it goes.
6.5 hours later.
It's been a few hours and I am in the middle of a row. I don't know why I thought it would be a great idea to start talking right now in the middle of a row. Maybe I should just finish it real quick. Basically, what I decided to do was start with the back, and I did some short rows for the back shaping. I did just like I didn't even do that many stitches because I decided to use size 9 and then double up a bunch of the yarns in there so they're thicker, so they're bulkier. And I cast on 54 stitches, and then I just kind of divided that up. So I had stitches for each of the shoulders and then also the neck, and then I started doing short rows. And I just did a little bit of short row shaping because I really didn't have that many stitches to work with. And I have this. So this is the back body, and you can just see a little bit of shaping happening here, this slight angle. What I'm doing now is I'm knitting like the back body, and then once I get maybe a couple inches below where I think my shoulder blades would be on this, I'll start increasing to make the armholes. And then I'll just keep knitting down the back body. And then I kind of like, since this is just a stockinette with crazy colors, I think it would be fun to do a rib that had like a cable in it. like it just had one twist or something. Just a little detail. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm gonna keep knitting and see if I can get to the armhole today. It's going pretty quickly, so we'll see how far I can get in one day. Starting to look like a vest, kind of. I realized I should have done the left side first, because now I have to do the left side and then eventually put those on hold, pick up the right stitches, and then knit across to join them, but that's okay. I am writing all of this down just in case I want to turn it into a pattern, so that will be corrected in the pattern. And I'm also really determined to have the two front body sides match in stripe layout. So I was trying to be like really careful with my scraps as I was knitting this side to make sure that I had enough to then do it again on the other side, because I would really love it if it matched. Because sometimes when I'm doing a scrappy thing, I don't like that like only the upper half like the upper halves don't match and then the lower body matches. So I would love it if I could make the two upper halves match, and then also the lower body. I did make the V-neck like pretty low because I want to add a rib around the V, so I wanted to like leave space for that, because sometimes when I do a rib neck, it like gets really small. So I tried to leave a lot of room. I'm going to start on the other side now, and then I will join them, and then I will join the two fronts and the back in the round. I am also going to add an extra stitch to the middle in between the two fronts because I want to do a mitered V. And you got to have that extra stitch in the middle. I joined the two fronts with the back, and I've done a couple rows to join the body. I've done about 6 rows. I'm kind of running out of yarn. I have like a couple colors that have, I have like a couple colors in my little stash that have like way more yardage than the other ones. So I'm really trying to pick my colors wisely so I still have a lot of variation as I run out of colors. And I think the biggest issue is now working in the round because I have like over 100 stitches. So the pieces of yarn that I don't have a lot of, I'm kind of holding them, or I'm kind of saving them for the armholes and the neck when I won't need like super long pieces. So, but I don't think I'm gonna do too long of a body. Let's see. So I want it to be kind of short. I probably need to do at least like 4 inches in the round, and then I think I'm gonna do the front and the back rib flat and make it so they're not attached. So there's like a little slit on the sides kind of. So those would be flat, and then I still have to do the neck and the armhole. So I actually have a lot of knitting to do. I always think the scrappy projects are gonna be like so fast because it's just scrappy and it's just a little vest. But I guess I am using like kind of small needles. I'm using size 9. Which is really not the smallest. It's kind of like a good like middle size between large needles and small needles, but it's taking a while. It also like takes me a few seconds between rows to like figure out what color I want to do next, to make sure I have like a stripe pattern that looks pretty random, because I want it to look random, but it's also kind of a methodical process to like choose the right random color. So it's really not random. It's actually making me think quite a bit. So it'll look nice and random. But yeah, it's going pretty smoothly. I'm gonna continue knitting in the round for a little while. Hopefully I don't run out of yarn. Yeah. Hopefully I don't run out of yarn. The vest is almost done. I did one of the armholes. I did the neck, but I might redo it because when I cast off, I switched to a larger needle because I didn't want my cast off to get too tight. But I think I made it a little bit too loose. So I might redo the cast off with the size 6 needle that I used for the neck. I did the hem. I originally started to do the hem with the same needle as the body, and it looked really bad. So I decided to do size 6 for the hem as well. And I did the body on size 9, so normally I wouldn't do like such a drastic difference, but I think it works for this vest. And then I did just one twist in the middle of the hem. And I kind of wish I did two, but I like that it just adds like a little something. And I also added some decreases to my hem, so it kind of, instead of being straight like this, it kind of goes in like this a little bit. I think it's hard to tell right now because I still have a lot of ends to weave, so we're kind of blocking the view of that. But it is angled in right there. I'll show you at the end of the video once I've woven in all my ends. So the last thing I have to do is the other armhole, which I just cast on. I have like 160 stitches around the armhole. I'm just picking up like one stitch for every row. So I think there were like 80 rows on both sides. So I got a lot of stitches. I got quite a large armhole. I also wanted the armhole to be kind of clean and not like, I wanted it to decrease a little bit so it wouldn't bubble out under my arm. So I did a little mitered decrease at the armhole as well as the neck. Same kind that I did on the neck. So hopefully that makes the armhole look good. I'm gonna do it again, and then I just have to weave all the ends. And I have had to weave some of them in as I've been knitting because they were like getting in the way of picking up stitches. So I probably have about half of the ends already woven in. Just have like the side seam, like where my beginning of round was, which has a lot of ends that I'll have to weave. And then just like a couple in other random places. And I've been saving all my ends in this peanut butter cups container, hoping one day that I can brush them all out and maybe make yarn from them, but I don't have any of those materials yet, so that's just a dream, and I'll be saving these for that. Yeah, I'm going to continue knitting, and I'll show you my progress. I still actually have a lot of yarn left. I thought that I would make a larger dent, and I did add some more colors. Because I was worried I'd run out, so I like went into my stash and just like picked some additional yarns. But I haven't really run out of anything besides this bright green, this bright pink, and this red. So my like kind of boldest colors that I really need for the contrast. But it's okay, I have a couple little scraps left. I have some red left, but it's in a heavier weight than this, so I don't know if it'll work for the armhole. But hopefully I can make a nice looking armhole with what I've got left. This is the color I got for the first armhole. I didn't do very many rows. I only did, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I did pink, white, red, brown, and blue. Almost done! That's so exciting! Love finishing a project so I can start a new one.
A few moments later.
Ta-da! Okay, vest is done. I think it turned out pretty cute. I definitely ended up with like a little bit, with like a lot of room in the back. Like it naturally kind of wants to fall back. So like my shoulder seam is here. And it kind of wants to fall back like that. Which is okay, I guess. It'll definitely look different with like a shirt underneath it. But I do like the way it looks without a shirt. I did write down all the instructions for this vest, so maybe I'll try to make another one in like a smaller size and then see if it's worth like doing anything with the pattern. I don't know, it's kind of like a vanilla vest. I did also recently learn how to make a folded v-neck, so maybe the next one I'll do a higher v-neck that's folded. That could be pretty. I like how you can see the increasing here. The neckline did like get a little bit wonky like right here. And I think it's because I was kind of using different weights of yarns. Like they were all mohair, but like some were definitely finer than others, and I was like doubling up on a lot. Well, the vest is complete. It took a while. My cat is getting ready to launch out of my arms, Let me know what you think of the vest in the comments. It's all scrap yarn. I had a lot of fun making it, totally freehand. My cat is like going to attack me right now. He's sitting here and he has the most attack face on and he's definitely gonna attack my arms. Let me know what you think of the vest in the comments and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.